morning, students. Welcome to my class. So in our last class, we discussed about voice. Okay. So today, I am going to continue the same topic, voice. How to change voice from active to passive. So in my last class, I told you if the tense of the active voice is present, then we have to use the be verb am, is or are according to the subject. And if the tense of the active voice is past, then we have to use the be verb was or were according to the subject. And another important thing which is very essential regarding voice is that in passive voice, we always use the past participle form of the verb, or you can say the third form of the verb. After the be verb, we always use past participle form of the verb, and generally we use by preposition in front of the object. Okay. And another important thing is that in passive voice, the object of the sentence becomes subject, and subject of the sentence becomes object. And I also told you how we change the voice from active to passive if the tense is present or past continuous. In case of present or past continuous, we use being after the subject and then past participle form of the verb. And in perfect tense, present perfect or past perfect, we have to use being after has, have or had, and then the past participle form of the verb. If the sentence in the active voice is present perfect, then you don't have to find the past participle form of the verb in passive, because in perfect tense we always use past participle form of the verb after has, have or had. So then you only have to put been at the appropriate place. Today I am going to teach you how we change the voice from active to passive if the sentence in the active voice is future indefinite or simple future. This is what I am going to teach you today right now. So if the sentence in the active voice is future indefinite or simple future, then we will always find shall or will after subject. Okay? Whether it will be shall or will, that will be decided by the subject, but you will definitely find shall or will after the subject. So then you can identify the sentence in the active voice is simple future. So in such situations, you have to, first of all, you have to make the object into subject. Then you have to put shall or will according to the subject. And then you have to put be after shall or will. And then past participle form of the verb. If you put all these things together, then the voice will automatically change into active to passive. I would like to show you an example of that. He will write a letter. So this is an example of future indefinite tense. So in this particular sentence, he is the subject, will write together is future indefinite, and a letter is object in this sentence. And now you have to make this particular object into subject, a letter. So a letter is third person singular, so that is why it will be followed by will. And as I told you, after will we have to put be. And then the past participle form of the verb, that is written. And then and he will become him in passive voice. He will be, a letter will be written by him. A letter will be written by him. So this is how we change voice from active to passive if the sentence in the active voice is simple future. The next thing which I am going to explain you is that if the sentence in the active voice is imperative sentence, that means if the sentence conveys a particular order, request or advice, so how we change it from active to passive? So in such situations, you have to find out the expression of the sentence, whether it is conveying a certain order, request or advice. You have to bring that particular expression from the sentence and you have to put it in the passive voice. And another important thing regarding imperative sentences is that since imperative sentences are always used in simple present, so in passive voice you can't sense the verb in imperative sentence. That means you have to put to infinitive in front of the verb. This is the criteria of imperative sentence. You can't sense the tense in the passive voice. But the expression you have to present it in passive form. I'd like to give an example of that. Please give me a glass of water. This is example of imperative sentence. So here the expression of the sentence is very simple, that is request, because please in the sentence confirms this particular thing that the sentence is imperative and the expression is request. So how we will send it to passive? So how we take the expression? You are requested. This particular expression is you are requested. We brought this please into this particular form. You are requested, and this is in passive form. You can say after subject we use the be verb are and then the first person form of the verb request. You are requested, and then you have to put the verb into infinitive. When the verb in the sentence is give, and you have to put to in front of give. You are requested to give me a glass of water. You are requested to give me a glass of water. So this is how we say voice from active to passive. If the sentence is imperative and if the imperative sentence conveys a particular request. And in case of order, how we send it from active to passive. Leave the class at once. Leave the class at once. So this particular sentence, it conveys a particular order. Okay, the person is giving an order. So expression is ordered. That is why you are asked, or you can say you are ordered. If someone uses the word order, this is also correct. You are asked to, the verb in the sentence is leave. So you have to put to in front of leave. This is how. You are asked to leave the class at once. So if the expression of imperative sentence is order, then you have to use this particular form. So you are asked, it is an expression of the sentence, leave the room at once. And now I would like to give an example of advice. Read your lessons attentively. So this is an advice which is given by person. So since the expression is advice in this particular sentence, you are advised to read your lessons attentively. So this is the example of imperative sentence if the expression is request. So you can see these three sentences. In each sentences we use the infinitive form of the verb, and we are not sending the verb in this particular sentence. Because give, it is in active, and it remains give in passive. But we put two infinitive in front of the verb. Leave the room at once, it is leave in active, it is also in passive. We put two infinitive here also. And the third example, to read your lessons attentively. Read, which remains the same. But every time we use the expression in passive form. You are requested, you are asked, you are advised. So this is how we set voice from active to passive if the sentence is imperative. Okay. So students, I suggest you to practice hard, okay? And you can get the questions in your question bank, and I suggest you to solve those exercises which is given in the question bank. So that will help you to make your conception a little bit clear, okay? So now I am going to discuss with you some sentences with an active voice. These sentences begins with verb. So generally sentences begin with subject, a particular subject, but the sentences which I am going to explain you right now, these sentences begins with verb. So the purpose of these sentences is to convey a certain message, request or order to a group, not to an individual. So whenever a person conveys such message, they always begin a sentence with a verb. For example, when a teacher asks the entire class to do something, suppose if you needed chalk or a duster, what the teacher will say? Bring a chalk, suppose. So the purpose of the teacher is that among those 50 students, someone will go and bring a chalk for the teacher. You don't expect that the entire class will went out of the class and bring a chalk for him. So if the sentences begins like that, which begins with verb, how it changes from passive, active to passive. So the things which we are supposed to apply in such sentences is that, first of all, we have to use let at the beginning of the sentence, and then we have to put bring the object into subject, and then we have to put be and then past participle form of the verb. So I like to give an example of such sentence. Shut the window. This is an example of such sentences. So here you can see what is the subject in this sentence. There is no subject here. Subject is missing in this particular sentence. You can't find any subject here. And what is the verb? Shut is the verb in this sentence, and the window is the object in this sentence. Okay? So since there is no verb in this sentence, the sentence begins with directly verb. So which I already told you, first we have to put let at the beginning of the sentence. Then you have to bring the window after let the window, and then you have to put be. Okay? And then the first participle form of this word, that is shut. Shut is a kind of verb which all the forms are similar. Shut, shut, shut. Okay? One more example. Close the door. This is again the sentence which begins with verb that is close, and the door is the object here. So first you have to put let, then you have to make the object into subject, that is let the door, and then be, and past participle form of the verb close, that is closed. Let the door be closed. I am going to give you one more example of such sentence. There is a specific reason behind that why I am giving this particular example. Because from this particular sentence, you can solve the voice into passive in two ways. Sorry. Keep the book on the table. So this sentence begins with verb that is keep the book on the table. You can find two objects here. So you can do it like this. Let the book be kept on the table. Let the book be kept on the table. You can solve this voice with the application of let. Okay? But if you want, if you take this sentence as an imperative sentence, you can solve it like this also. You are told to keep the book on the table. So if you want, you can send this voice to passive this way also. Okay? You can use let, or you can take the expression of imperative sentence. And this is informal kind of order. So you don't have to use ordered here. You can take it as a told as well. Okay? So dear students, that's all for today. So in my next video, I will discuss 3 more things regarding voice. See you in the next class. Thank you.